Hi guys, welcome back to Clearview Driving. My name is Aman and today I'm doing a mock test with Victor. How are you feeling?
Nervous.
Nervous. Okay, so this is your first official mock test?
Yeah.
And your test is coming up in a few weeks?
Yeah.
And you're in a completely new area and new car?
Yeah. I know nothing about it. Yeah.
You put yourself up for this mock test? Alright, so throughout the drive I want you to follow the road ahead. Whenever I need you to turn, I will tell you. If I don't say anything, keep going straight. Okay. One manoeuvre, maybe the emergency stop. Similar to everything you've seen with the mock test online.
Yeah.
Quick question before you get started.
Okay.
Could you tell me, so how would you know that your brake lights are working? How would you test them?
So you would turn on the car,
okay,
press the brakes, see if there's any reflection, like any red reflections.
Okay.
Or you go tell someone to check for you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's all good. Alright, so for anyone that's new to watching the channel, don't forget to like the video, comment down below and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, that's it really, I'm good. Okay. So how many hours of lessons have you had? I forgot to ask you earlier. Roughly?
I've done roughly about 20 and then mostly driving my dad.
Oh, okay, so you've been driving with family as well?
Yeah, I've
that's
got
really
a few
good.
bad habits though.
Oh.
So either you'll see
Let's
or,
see.
you know, yeah.
Okay, so when you're ready, you can start the engine. We're going to head down this road and then make a left turn.
One second. Sorry.
That's okay.
Okay. How do I turn on the car?
The same way, ignition off and then on.
Oh. Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, so when you're ready.
Yep.
And then let's turn left, please. At the end, turn right. And if you could pull in and park up on the left, anywhere safe. Coming up to this stop, Victor does park very nicely, but then moves forward into the driveway. Try and avoid driveways when parking somewhere safe. Oh, be right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drive off when you're ready. The mini roundabout, turn left please. At this point, whilst trying to indicate, Victor accidentally turns on the windscreen wipers, and I had to tell him how to turn them off, so this went down as a fault. If he had turned them off by himself, then that would not be counted as a fault. Twist it on the end.
Right here?
Yeah, the other way. take the next road on your right, please. Along this road, as there are parked vehicles on both sides of the road, Victor's got a great position in the middle of the road. As he notices the van approaching, he does start to slow down, but the van gives way instead. Provided the vehicle in front has clearly cleared your path, you can continue as normal. If there's a bigger space on your side, try and give way nice and early. But the smaller the gap, the slower you want to be travelling.
I assume I'm going ahead.
Yeah,
right?
we're going straight on. I'll always tell you whenever I need you to turn in good time.
Right.
At the end of this road, we're going to turn right and then turn left. At this point, Victor shows really good awareness and planning, as there is a large parked vehicle on our left and traffic in front of us. He chooses to wait before this vehicle, as going alongside this vehicle would cause more congestion and traffic on the opposite side would struggle to get through. Always make sure you're thinking about how oncoming traffic will pass through to ease congestion. At this junction, Victor was a little bit cautious. There is a red light to the left of us, which the bus and van are waiting for, and the car on the right hand side is keeping the section in front clear, as it's a keep clear. We're allowed to go and wait on the keep clear, as we can't see the left hand side, and then slowly emerge forward. But as he doesn't actually miss the gap, this didn't go down as a fault. To the left in here. At this point, Victor shows really good awareness and planning. The vehicle in front of us decides to park on the left-hand side, but they did not use an indicator. So it wasn't quite clear whether they're parking or just waiting for oncoming traffic. But as soon as he realised they didn't move after the black car passes, he checks his mirrors and moves through straight away. Typical BMW, hey? Didn't use their signals. Okay, now when we get to the roundabout, I'd like you to turn right. It's the second exit. Okay, when it's safe to do so, I'd like you to demonstrate how you would switch on the front demister. Thank you, you can turn it on. Victor was really calm and collected. When it comes to demonstrating the show me controls, make sure you know where it's located and then calmly operate the controls without losing control of the steering, and your speed should also not be affected drastically. As we're passing alongside this bus, which is opposite a station, there is a high chance a pedestrian could be crossing the road in front of the bus. So it's a good idea to proceed through with caution in case someone is there. If you could pull in and park up on the left anywhere safe. Thank you. Drive off when you're ready. Victor does park very nicely, but once in position he steered sharply towards the left. Now this was not enough to give him a minor fault, as he did park and he grazed the side of the alloys. As painful as it was, it is not a minor fault. That was painful.
Sorry.
Alright, we're going to start the independent part of the driving test now. I'm going to give you some signs to follow. Okay. We're going to be following signs towards Hammersmith on the A4. Hammersmith on the A4, yeah. Hammersmith is a left-hand first exit on this roundabout, and that puts us onto a dual carriageway. There is a sign on the left-hand side showing 40 miles per hour, and that is the new speed limit. Victor has missed the speed sign and thinks it's still 20 miles per hour. So we're still following the A4. I suggest you use the middle lane because we're not going to be going on the motorway for this one. And you'll see signs to Hammersmith after this point, okay?
So we're not going up that 41?
No, we're not going up there. At this point, this did not go down as a serious fault, as no one is around us and there are no repeated signs at the moment. But if this continues and we end up passing 40 miles per hour signs, then this will be a serious fault. At this point, Victor stays in the middle lane, which is now the overtaking lane, but again, this is not a fault as we are actually overtaking the slower moving traffic, which is on our left. Had we been driving slow in this lane and our traffic goes out of their way on the left to overtake, then that will be counted as a fault. Make sure to always deal with cyclists really early when driving on a dual carriageway like this. Try and switch lanes to leave the cyclists plenty of room to ride. Now the exit towards Hammersmith is the third exit straight on. The lane that we're in does not take us there, it will just take us to the first and second exit. As we head into the roundabout, Victor does realise this. He does check his mirrors towards the right and there was a space to switch over. But if you're not too sure, it's safer to just stay in your lane and continue and just follow that lane to the exit, which Victor does really well. So going the wrong way is not a fault. It's alright, don't worry about the fact that we're going the wrong way. Take the next road on your right, please. If you can pull in and park up on the left along here, please. That'll be alright there.
Yep.
Yep. Alright, so shortly I'm going to get you to carry out the emergency stop. So as you're driving down this road, I'm going to make sure it's nice and safe, and I'm going to give you this signal, stop. And I'd like you to stop the car as quickly and as safely as possible, but wait for my signal before you carry out the stop.
Alright.
Okay, drive off when you're ready. Stop! Stop! That's fine, thank you. Drive off when you're ready. Okay, I'm not going to get you to do that again. Just continue driving as normal, okay?
Yeah.
Alright, if you could pull in and park up on the left-hand side, anywhere along here is fine.
Yes.
Don't worry about the yellow line, over there is fine. That'll be fine there, thank you. That's fine. That's fine there, thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do now, using this blue car in front of us, I'd like you to demonstrate how you would carry out the parallel park exercise. So start alongside this vehicle in the road and then reverse back and finish within 2 car lengths. Treat this driveway as a raised curb, so don't go onto that section.
Alright.
Okay?
Yeah.
Victor demonstrates really good clutch control when carrying out the parallel park manoeuvre, keeping the clutch very close to the biting point in order to be slow. He's also thoroughly checking all around, looking over his shoulders into his blind spots as the car swings into the road. Now, as we're heading into the space, he does steer to the right a little bit too early, so we end up parking further away from this blue car, going further back into that 2 car length gap. As we were slightly away from the curb, he then needed to adjust by going forward. If you need to readjust to fit into that 2 car space, that's okay, but you will get marked down as a minor fault for having to go forward.
That was completely wrong.
Had Victor finished the whole exercise without needing to go forward and finished within 2 car lengths, then that would not have been a minor fault.
Do you want me to go back?
That'll be fine then,
Yep.
thank you. And drive off when you're ready. So continue driving again as normal.
Yeah.
At the end, turn right. This particular junction is really difficult to see from, so as we get to the end of the road, there are parked vehicles on both sides and you cannot see this side. So you have to use the reflections on the opposite side of the road and slowly peep and creep forward, which Victor does very well.
Can't see anything.
It's a bit of a blind corner. At the end of this road, turn left. When emerging from a junction like this where there's heavy traffic in front of you, try and get eye contact with the traffic from the right. Every so often you'll get eye contact. If they look at you, they're more likely to give you way. But make sure you still look out for any motorbikes or cyclists that could still be passing from their right. Okay, we're going to go for those Hammersmith signs again.
Right. So that is the right. Okay. Almost. Wait, did I go the wrong way again?
No,
Okay, let's see, because I'm seeing...
there are two ways to get to Hammersmith. As we're driving along this bridge, Victor thought the speed limit here is 20 miles per hour. It is in fact 30, but you wouldn't drive at that speed. But as we're going forward, the speed changes up to 40 miles per hour, and up here, we should have been trying to speed up to join the carriageway, but Victor's still trying to maintain below 20 miles per hour before going past those signs. We're no longer following signs. I'm going to give you directions as normal again.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like you to take the next road coming up on your left. It's just after that green sign.
Okay.
Yep. And if you could pull in and park up on the left-hand side, please. Thank you. Switch off the engine. Alright, that's the end of your driving test. If you give me a few minutes. How was your drive?
It's too stressful.
What was the stressful part of it?
I don't know, it's just... I don't know the area, I don't know where I'm going. New car, new clutch, everything. It's weird.
Okay, well, you drive very nicely.
Okay.
Okay, really smooth drive. Lots of really good things.
Okay.
It would be a pass. There was one bit that was a bit dodgy though.
What?
You know when we first joined onto the A4 where I was saying Hammersmith?
Okay.
That big dual carriageway.
Uh-huh.
It's 40 miles per hour.
And I was doing 30.
You were doing 20.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't for too long though.
Mm-hmm.
And had there been other people around you, you probably would have picked up that actually no.
Yeah, but it was clear.
It was clear.
Mm-hmm.
And as we went past the traffic lights, there was a nice big massive 40 sign.
Yeah.
You were initially 20, and then as soon as we kind of going through, I think you saw it at the time.
Yeah.
And then you sped up.
Mm-hmm.
So well done. But considering the size of that road, is it going to be 20?
No.
Yeah? I know you thought the whole area was 20.
Yeah, yeah.
Most of the
I didn't see a
residential
sign,
roads,
that's
yeah.
why. So I just
As we
assumed
turned in, I want to say before we turned in, there's a
there
40.
was a sign. Okay, yeah.
Or as we turned in, there definitely would have been. Your parallel park, really great observation, great control. Yeah, you kind of put yourself slightly out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. But you adjusted it, really nicely done. But if I'm parallel parking and I want to be really near the curb, if you haven't got the camera or anything, I would really lean across. Don't sit in your seat normally kind of looking at it, because it's just guessing otherwise. You want to sit up a bit taller but lean across to the left so that you're kind of over the center console, and then you can kind of see the back tire a lot better. Yeah, and then that will help with your judgment of like the space.
Was that the only thing, the speed?
That was the only major kind of thing that was concerning for me, because it was like, okay, well, you know, it's 40.
That could easily be fixed though, just
yeah, you just need to look out for signs. And again, it happened again as we came off this little bridge. So the bridge, what was the speed on the bridge?
I thought it was 20.
It was 30.
Was it?
But again, not that you could drive 30.
Yeah.
But then as we're coming down the bridge, you were trying to keep it 20 again. I can see that.
Yeah.
But there were no signs. And then ahead of us, it's now 40.
I just assumed it was 20 until the 40, and then sped up.
Yeah. But yeah, all of that stuff was good. It's just that 20-30 boundary, you need to kind of look for signs a bit more.
Because normally in my area it's all 30s and
around here,
so
most of it's
20s.
But all the 20 roads, they have signs. They have some sort of traffic calming that you know that actually, yes, it's definitely 20. Otherwise, street lamps, but no signs is 30. Yeah. Emergency stop.
Was that fine?
It's fine, but once you've stopped, like whenever you're parking or in the emergency stop, make sure you secure the car.
So like use the handbrake and stuff.
Yeah, handbrake neutral. Take the gear out. You know when you hit the curb with the alloy?
Mad fault. No, it's because I'm trying to keep it in like the line as well. Yeah. It's just difficult.
No, the thing is, you said at that point it was funny because when I said park up, I thought, oh, he's got really great control when parking. And then as you got there, you went, yeah, let me just go a little more. And I thought, no, because you parked really nicely and then suddenly just graced it.
I thought because you're supposed to be inside the line.
But then depends on the width of your car. Plus, when you got to that position, you should just have a little look on the left. And if it looks like it's a big space, then kind of go do a little shuffle. If it's kind of reasonable, even if it's about a drain width, just you're good. Yeah. So
that's fine in the test.
Yeah. It's not great because then you damage your alloys.
Yeah. Well.
But yeah, in terms of a test, it wasn't even enough to be a minor fault. It's one of those ones. Don't do it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, don't worry about that. It happened. It's a learner car. It's going to happen. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I was really happy with the drive on all the residential roads. Really nice. There was a bit where we went past like a bus on a high street, and you were speeding up and going into third at this point, but we're going past a double-decker bus with traffic on the other side, and you're kind of going nicely at 20. I wouldn't suggest that.
I would slow down.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, obviously to not make it so it's not.
Yeah. Things are closer together, and plus somebody might step out from in front of that bus because people like to cross the road, don't they? Sometimes. So yeah, just be mindful of hazards, really. We went the wrong way. Yeah. That's not an issue. You stayed really calm on that, so well done. Going the wrong way is not a problem. I wanted to see how you'd handle that. I could see you're in the wrong lane straight away.
I wanted to turn, but then there was a car like right here.
Yeah, so you dealt with that nicely, because trying to move over at that point, it's a bit like, oh, I don't want to go the wrong way, let me just move. Don't do it. You dealt with that nicely. So going the wrong way, absolutely not a fault at all. Okay? But yeah, good luck with your test. Obviously keep practicing in the area where you've got your test. Get familiar with all the roads and surrounding the centre as well. But yeah, your drive's really nice. That's it.
Thanks.
Well done. Alright guys, that is the end of another mock test. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that and actually learnt something along the way. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, comment down below and subscribe if you're new. That is it from us today.
Bye.